Hi everyone, one more question from the DS part, and the topic is number line, or we can say the number system. If I talk about this particular question, so they want to know whether R is closest to zero or not. Okay, it should be completely yes or it should be completely no. Talking about the first statement, they are saying that Q should be equal to negative S. Can I say that if Q is equal to, let's suppose, -1, then S should be equal to 1. If Q is equal to -1, then S should be equal to 1. And you know that between -1 and 1, 0 should become. So why only 1? Can we take 2? Yes, you can treat Q is equal to -2. -5 hardly matters, then S is equal to 5. So between -5 to 5, 0 will definitely be there. So R is closest to 0 in that particular part. You can treat one more thing. That's a why Q is equal to negative only. Can we take 2 is equal to positive? Yes, Q can be equal to 1. In that particular case, S should be equal to -1. But again, you could able to see that. If this is Q and this is S, it should be 1, it should be -1. Then again, there should be a value as 0. That means R is closest to 0 in all the cases at all. We can say that statement number 1 is sufficient to give the answer. Let's check for the statement number 2 as well. Talking about the statement number 2. So again, whenever this type of question will come, it's better to just put the value and you can just verify. Always in DS, I told you our main agenda is to think that the statement is not sufficient for us. In DS, we have to think in a negative way always. We have to make this particular statement wrong at any of the part. So what you can say that said, if you can do one thing, you can treat T is equal to 1 and you can treat Q is equal to 2. Okay, because in that -1 is less than 2. Okay, fine. So if we can say Q is equal to 2 and T is equal to -1, sorry, T is equal to 1, that means something like this, and R is somewhere here. So here R is not equal to 0 at all. Okay, but again, you could not say that only statement number 1 is sufficient and you can move forward, because you have to, because if it is completely no, then also the statement is sufficient to give the answer. We have to just verify that at which particular points both the things that it is partially true and partially false is been coming. So it is the first statement, it should not be equal to 0 in the second statement. But why only negative? Can I treat T is equal to -1 and can I treat Q is equal to 2 in that particular case? You can just cross check that negative of -1, that will be +1, that is less than 2. Definitely yes. So Q is equal to 2 and you could able to see that R will be here, S will be here and T will be -1. So between -1 and 2, 0 will definitely be there. So R can be equal to 0. That means you could able to see that there will be partial no and partial yes. It clearly indicates statement number 2 is not sufficient to give the answer. Option number A, that means statement number along is sufficient to give the answer. Statement number 2 is not required at all. Option A will be correct. Only statement 1 is sufficient to give the answer. I hope you understand this particular question as well. Not difficult questions, directly straight away a concept-based question. This is all about today. I hope you understand. Thank you.